Hello and welcome. This is Notibot ENG. Tonight, we bring you a recap of the latest developments from around the world. The Middle East continues to be on high alert as Iran mourns the loss of its supreme leader. Meanwhile, tensions between the US and Iran remain high after 40 days of conflict. We'll also take a closer look at China's role in brokering a ceasefire deal and what it means for global stability. And in other news, North Korea tests new weapons, drawing lessons from the ongoing Iran war. Let's dive in. As Iran observes a somber 40-day period of national mourning following the passing of Supreme Leader Ali Khamenei, protesters take to the streets. Iranians are gathering across the country to mark 40 days since the death of Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. The mourning rallies began on Thursday from Jamhuri Islami Square in Tehran and made their way to Khamenei's office neighborhood, where thousands gathered in black attire. The rallies come at a time when tensions between Iran and its regional adversaries are running high. This event marks the 40th day after Khamenei's death, which was announced on September 4th. According to Islamic tradition, a country begins mourning the death of a deceased leader 40 days after their passing. The Iranian government has maintained strict control over public gatherings and funerals for Khamenei, with officials from the Revolutionary Guard Corps overseeing the events. Many have expressed concerns about the potential risks faced by protesters, as security forces remain vigilant in maintaining order. Khamenei's death sent shockwaves throughout Iran, where he served as supreme leader for nearly 4 decades. His passing has sparked speculation over who will succeed him, with hardline politicians such as Ebrahim Raisi emerging as frontrunners. The succession crisis is expected to have significant implications for Iran's domestic and foreign policies. As the mourning rallies continue, Iranians are grappling with the complexities of their country's leadership vacuum. The protests, marked by somber mood and heavy security presence, underscore the challenges facing Iran in the aftermath of Khamenei's death. As the world grapples with the escalating humanitarian crisis in Yemen, our focus shifts to a region where a similar conflict has been unfolding for nearly 40 days. The fragile ceasefire agreed between Iran and the United States after 40 days of conflict has left lasting scars across Iran. The conflict began on September 14th when a U.S. military drone was shot down by an Iranian surface-to-air missile over the Persian Gulf. In response, the U.S. launched a series of missile strikes on Iranian military targets, sparking a retaliatory attack from Iran. The conflict escalated rapidly, with both sides suffering significant losses. The U.S. has acknowledged that one of its sailors was killed in action and another injured during the conflict. Iran's military also reported several personnel casualties. On January 8th, the Trump administration announced that it had reached a ceasefire agreement with Tehran, brokered by Oman and Saudi Arabia. According to reports, the deal includes an end to U.S. sanctions on Iran's oil exports and the release of American prisoners from Iranian detention. However, in Washington, the Trump administration has taken a more hawkish stance, suggesting that the conflict marked a significant shift in the balance of power in the region, implying that Iran's leadership had been overthrown. This claim has been met with skepticism by many experts and analysts who point out that Iran's leadership remains firmly in place. As the international community grapples with the implications of the conflict, it is clear that the war has had a profound impact on Iran itself. Significant damage to infrastructure and military capabilities has left the country struggling to recover. The full extent of the damage will only be fully understood once assessments from all parties involved have been completed. Amidst growing tensions with Iran and a presidential election looming, Democrats are pushing ahead on a contentious war powers resolution that could have far-reaching consequences. In a bid to curb President Donald Trump's escalating war in Iran, Democrats have scheduled a pro forma session of the House of Representatives to pass a war powers resolution. The measure, introduced by New York Representative Greg Meeks, requires the president to withdraw U.S. forces from the Middle East within 60 days if Congress does not authorize military action. Despite Republican opposition, Democratic leaders see this as an opportunity to hold Trump accountable for his actions. Hakeem Jeffries, the House Minority Leader, has accused Trump of unhinged behavior and is urging Republicans to put aside party loyalty and join Democrats in stopping the conflict. Meanwhile, Representative Glenn Ivey of Maryland will lead the effort to pass the resolution via unanimous consent. However, a single objection would block this move, requiring Democrats to pursue a formal vote. This push comes after Trump announced a 2-week ceasefire with Iran on Tuesday, which has sparked criticism from some lawmakers and experts. The conflict escalated earlier in the week when Trump made comments that raised concerns about the potential for escalation. Some have argued that Trump's actions are reckless and that the U.S. should prioritize diplomatic efforts to resolve the crisis. The War Powers Resolution is significant because it would give Congress a formal say in the use of military force abroad. This could limit Trump's ability to act unilaterally, but it also carries the risk of being overridden by the executive branch if Congress does not authorize action. As tensions continue to simmer in the region, Democrats are pushing for decisive action to de-escalate the situation and bring an end to the conflict. As tensions between Iran and the U.S. continue to ease, a key player emerges from the shadows. China's role in brokering this ceasefire has been notable. China's role in brokering a ceasefire between Iran and the U.S. has revealed its strategic distance from the conflict. Despite having multiple partnerships with countries involved in the war, China has maintained a consistent strategy, choosing Pakistan as its intermediary. Pakistan played a key role in facilitating negotiations, presenting Beijing's position to both sides of the conflict. The April 7th ceasefire, branded as Pakistan's two-week proposal, allowed China to exert influence on Iran without direct involvement, carrying significant diplomatic costs. This approach demonstrates China's unique position in the conflict, leveraging Islamabad's credentials as a security interlocutor for the Gulf Cooperation Council, GCC, and a political channel for Iran. By using Pakistan as its vehicle, Beijing can apply pressure on Tehran while signaling concern to its economic partners in the Persian Gulf. The ceasefire agreement marks a significant development in the war-torn region, with both the U.S. and Iran agreeing to a two-week truce. This breakthrough comes after months of diplomatic efforts, with China's involvement serving as a crucial catalyst. China's strategy in this conflict reflects its desire for strategic distance, avoiding direct engagement while still influencing the situation. By working through Pakistan, Beijing can maintain relationships with key players without exposing itself to significant risks. As tensions in the region continue to simmer, China's approach serves as a reminder of its calculated approach to international diplomacy. The implications of China's involvement in this conflict will be closely watched by analysts and policymakers, who will be seeking answers about Beijing's long-term strategy in the Middle East. Following a surprise agreement between the United States and Iran, we'll examine the details of this fragile ceasefire and what its future holds. A ceasefire agreement has been reached between the United States, Iran, and Israel, following a last-minute deal brokered by President Donald Trump. The agreement was announced on Tuesday night, with Trump stating that he had agreed to suspend U.S. bombing and attacks on Iran for a period of 2 weeks. However, no official ceasefire agreement has been released, leaving many questions unanswered. Iran's Supreme National Security Council announced that the country had agreed to the ceasefire, stating that it would allocate 2 weeks to finalize a peace deal. The 10-point proposal outlined by Iranian state media includes demands such as continued control over transit through the Strait of Hormuz and the complete withdrawal of U.S. combat forces from its bases across the region. The agreement has been met with mixed reactions, with Tehran celebrating what it framed as a victory, while markets soared on news that the Strait of Hormuz could reopen. However, new attacks were reported in Iran and across the Gulf on Wednesday, casting doubt on the long-term viability of the ceasefire. Key details of the deal are still unclear, including how U.S. demands for Iran to abandon its nuclear program will be addressed. The Trump administration's 15-point proposal makes clear that Iran can never have nuclear weapons, but Iran's 10-point plan appears to conflict with this stance. With a growing list of questions hanging over the next 2 weeks and the road ahead, it remains to be seen whether this ceasefire will hold or if further tensions will escalate. As tensions escalate on the Korean peninsula, North Korea's latest military maneuvers raise questions about the lessons drawn from its 2003 conflict with Iran. North Korea has conducted a series of high-profile military exercises and tests in recent weeks, drawing attention from global leaders and diplomats. According to reports from the New York Times, the country's latest move involves the testing of new weapons systems, including a long-range missile and multiple rocket artillery units. Details on the specific nature and capabilities of these new systems are scarce, but analysts suggest that North Korea is seeking to bolster its military capabilities by leveraging conflicts abroad. The country has been using Russia's ongoing war against Ukraine as a model for its own military strategies, reportedly drawing lessons from the conflict on how to improve its long-range missile capabilities. The United States and South Korea have expressed concern over North Korea's escalating military activities, warning that they could lead to increased tensions in the region. The U.S. has reaffirmed its commitment to defending its allies, while the UN Security Council has called for restraint and diplomatic engagement. North Korea's actions have significant implications for global security and geopolitics. As a nuclear-armed state with a history of provocative behavior, Pyongyang's military posturing raises concerns about the potential for conflict in the region. The international community is watching North Korea closely, as it seeks to determine whether the country will continue down a path of increased aggression or seek a more diplomatic approach. And that's the latest on today's top news stories. We thank you for watching. To stay up to date with our coverage of global events, please consider subscribing to our channel. Join us next time for more in-depth analysis and expert insights. Until then, we bid you farewell.